rejected that idea and in a letter said he would not do so. That opened the door for today's historic second impeachment vote, expected this afternoon, exactly 1 week, almost to the hour, after the siege on the Capitol and 1 week before President-elect Biden is sworn in as the 46th president.
And before we begin our coverage, we just want you to see something. These are actually some hopeful images from Capitol Hill. You're looking at a sea of thank you posters, letters and notes saying thank you to the police officers who faced down last week's violence.
At least one of whom fought and gave his life doing so. We've got a lot to get to, starting with NBC's chief White House correspondent, Kristen Welker. Kristen, good morning.
Savannah and Hoda, good morning to both of you. President Trump is defiant and sullen this morning. That is according to those close to him, as he's poised to become the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice. In a single article of impeachment, House Democrats are formally accusing the president of, quote, inciting violence against the government of the United States. And what makes this impeachment very different than the first, the growing number of Republican lawmakers who are joining with Democrats and calling for President Trump to leave office now. Overnight, House Democrats delivering their final demand to Vice President Pence use the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump from office, or they will impeach him.
The resolution is adopted.
But even before the vote took place, Pence rejected the move, citing his refusal last week to follow the president's demands that he try to block the Electoral College vote count. Pence writing in a letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, "Last week I did not yield to pressure to exert power beyond my constitutional authority to determine the outcome of the election, and I will not now yield to efforts in the House of Representatives to play political games at a time so serious in the life of our nation." It comes as a growing number of Republicans are breaking ranks with the president. The third most powerful House Republican leader, Liz Cheney, saying she'll vote to impeach the president for inciting last week's violence in the Capitol, accusing him of lighting the flame of this attack with his fiery remarks.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. We fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
In a scathing statement, Cheney writing, "There has never been a greater betrayal by a president of the United States of his office and his oath to the Constitution." Cheney is the most prominent Republican to publicly back impeachment, and the list is growing.
The president's role in this insurrection is undeniable. I will vote to impeach this president.
The New York Times also reporting Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has told associates he believes the president has committed impeachable offenses and that he is pleased Democrats are moving to impeach the president because that will make it easier to purge Mr. Trump from the party. NBC News has reached out to the Majority Leader for comment. Meanwhile, a defiant President Trump in his first public appearance since the attack, lashing out.
It's really a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in the history of politics. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's causing tremendous danger to our country, and it's causing tremendous anger. I want no violence.
Earlier, the president was pressed by NBC's Kelly O'Donnell about his remarks to supporters just before the insurrection began.
What is your personal responsibility?
It's been analyzed, and people thought that what I said was totally appropriate.
So the president not taking responsibility there. Meanwhile, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing 9 impeachment managers overnight. These are the lawmakers who are going to argue the Democrats' case once the articles go to the Senate.